Imagine you walk into your local city hall. The building is brand new. The doors are open. The lights are on. But when you walk up to the front desk to ask a question, you realize there's nobody there. Just a cardboard cut out of the mayor smiling at you. This isn't a scene from a movie. According to a massive 2021 study, this is the reality of the Turkish internet, which we call it the digital ghost town. Welcome to the Science Communicator. I am your host, and today we are unpacking a fascinating research paper titled Digital Municipalism, New Media Use of Municipalities in Turkey. It asks a simple yet uncomfortable question. We built the digital infrastructure, but did we forget to build the communication bridge? Let's set the scene. Since the late 90s, the goal of e-municipality has been to put the government in your pocket. The promise was that technology would make democracy faster, cheaper, and more transparent. The authors of this study, Dr. Kılıç and Dr. Dikmen, wanted to test that promise. Their aim was to identify the content management strategies of local governments. They didn't just want to know if these cities had a website. They wanted to know if they were actually using it to serve citizens or merely to promote themselves. To understand what they were looking, we have to look at the theory. The researchers grounded their work in the concept of dialogic communication. Think of it this way. Monologic is when I talk at you, like a TV broadcast. Dialogic is when I talk with you, like a phone call. The literature, specifically from scholars like Lowery and Parisi, argues that social media should be dialogue. It should be a conversation. But is it really the conversation? To find out, the researchers didn't just survey a few mayors in Istanbul. They went more big. They used a full sampling methodology using a technique called web harvesting. They scanned the digital footprint of 1,000 municipalities across Turkey, covering 81 provinces and 919 districts. They found out the frozen side of the Turkish internet between March 10th and 27th, 2020 and analyzed 5 specific nodes: official websites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. They created a complete map of country's digital nervous system. So, what did they find? Well, first they found a success story. The numbers are staggering. 93.4% of municipalities have an active website. 94% are on Facebook. In terms of pure hardware, the job is done. The digital divide is bridged. But when they looked closer, the bridge started to crumble. They discovered 3 major failures in the network. First, the zombie links. They found 140 municipalities still linking to Google+. Now, remember, Google Plus shut that platform a full year before this study. These cities built like sight, ticked the box, and then walked away, which causes a huge number of official website buttons didn't link to any city hall. They linked to the personal accounts of former mayors. This reveals a deep cultural flaw. We treat these accounts as the politician's property, not the public service. Therefore, many accounts exist on paper but haven't posted in months. And this is where we need to zoom out. Is this just a tech problem? No, this is not an infrastructural problem, it's a strategy problem. Let's compare this to the rest of the world. If you look at Tokyo's municipal website, it's ugly, but it's a service hub. It links to real-time river levels, disaster maps, and utilities. It's designed for survival, a guidance to the citizens. Now look at France. Their sites are one-stop shops where you pay bills or renew passports. In contrast, this study shows that Turkish sites are promotion hubs. They are filled with photos of ribbon-cutting ceremonies or smiling mayors, while Tokyo uses the web for utility and France uses it for service. Turkey is using it for matter of show business. This brings us to the final verdict. The study concludes that Turkish municipalities are trapped in a monologic trap. They are broadcasting, not listening to their own public. The author states clearly, digital access does not equal digital communication. The lesson for us is simple. We don't need more technology. We, in fact, have enough websites. What we need is a shift in mindset. We need to move from building digital billboards to building digital bridges in between our own citizens. Until then, our digital cities will remain like a ghost town that is haunted. Thanks for listening to my podcast, See My Toy.